Last of Us is just probably one of the most disappointing
Wait.
sequels of all time.
Again, we haven't played the game.
This is not a review. This is
not a review.
I'm gonna dish it out, and then you can go from there. So we'll smooth it out, because I'm gonna say right now, we didn't play the game. Joshua was close to getting out. I refused to buy this game.
I wanted to play it so we can do a review on it.
Yeah, Joshua wanted to do a formal review. And at first I was like, you know what? Maybe. Okay, but then we were looking at more. The game came out. There's videos out. We were looking into the game.
I saw the context.
And I was like, because I think I even said this before. Let's see the context of the game, right? Even though the leaks were terrible. And when I started watching a cutscene here, a cutscene there, I told Joshua, I refuse to, I don't want to buy this game. I don't. If it was anything else, I'd be like, of course. I don't even like spoilers. We don't watch spoilers. We don't look. And in this game, I'm so happy. I do not want to spend my money on this game. It's like knowing what I know about Star Wars The Last Jedi. If there was a huge leak that came out and I knew what Last Jedi was going to be, would I want to go and spend $60 knowing what I know? Yeah. And this game...
It's 100 in Australia and stuff too, which is crazy.
Yeah, Australians have to pay $100. So we're talking 30... We're talking... Again, we're not talking about a 2-hour movie here. We're talking about 30 hours of my time to play this game. We're talking $60 from our wallets. This game... This is not a review. I'm not going to give it a formal review because I know I didn't play it.
We didn't play
but I
it.
know what I saw. And we've seen...
we see all the cutscenes.
Hours. We've seen hours of gameplay. Hours of gameplay. Enough... By the way, we are going to get into spoilers here. So just to let you know. And whoever doesn't want to be spoiled.
If you want to waste your money for some reason, go right ahead.
But, we've seen probably more than half of gameplay already. More than half of gameplay.
I see a little more than you.
We've seen all the cutscenes. We're almost done with all the cutscenes. We know what we've seen all the main elements. We've seen the context. And this game made me so mad because the leaks actually made it seem better than what it really is. The context of this game
is worse.
We went in to see the context. Let's see if it works better in context. And the context makes it worse. This game is so bad. Just from a storytelling perspective, yes, the graphics are great. The gameplay is smooth. This is not a review. I'm not going to rate this game.
No.
Even though I agree with the people giving it 7s. Because, yes, it has great...
7 6s I agree with.
It has great soundtrack, amazing graphics.
Yeah, I'm listening to the soundtrack.
Technically, it's amazing. Yeah. You know, the acting or whatever. I don't like the characters are... This is like watching a season of the latest Walking Dead. It's like very melodramatic. There's love triangles everywhere. Spoiler, we're going to get into spoilers now. Everybody's pregnant. There's this whole drama. It's like a novella. You know what I mean?
Which, by the way, there's a character named Mel. For some reason, she is pregnant and decides to go out into the world where there's zombies and spores and killers out there.
Yeah, so Abby's group. Abby is the big character.
That really pissed me off because that's so unrealistic.
Yeah, so they're in a post. They're staying in this base, right? This is where Abby stays, who is at first the villain, but then they try to make you feel like she's not, even though we'll get into that in a second. But she has her group, and her group has a pregnant woman, and she has a huge belly at this point.
She's a few months in.
Yeah, she has a belly. And they
cleared her.
And there's a flashback, because Ellie ends up killing this woman, and she didn't know she was pregnant. And it's supposed to be a very shocking, sad moment. When we go into this flashback, we find out how this pregnant woman got there, and it's her with Abby. They're allowed to go on their post, to go on a run, because they have to go on runs and check different stations around them to protect their base. They allow this woman to go and do that. Go fight zombies and the infected. This lady is she's months pregnant. She has a belly. That's so irresponsible. That's so unrealistic. What camp would let her go out there. That's a liability. That's just looking for trouble.
And she's there climbing up buildings.
She's there climbing up, yeah, like full gameplay.
Like Tarzan,
yeah,
like going
fighting.
through.
There was a car chase, and she was shooting.
She got shot in the back.
Yeah, she got. Why would you let her go out there? She's with the story, and then she gets killed by Ellie because Ellie wants her revenge, and then, oh my god, you're pregnant. And it's just so stupid because I get they were trying to explain how she got to that point. But again, how she got to that point makes no sense. Abby is easily one of the worst characters in this game. In the game, probably, and in this game. And I don't like the new character, Dina. The Jesse guy he was pretty cool from what we've seen. I
actually like the Jesse guy.
Even though they kill off.
Even though
they kill him off like if nothing. Like he just didn't.
Yeah, he was a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, they don't care.
Wait. We should start from the beginning. I feel like we jumped too ahead.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Abby thing since that starts with the beginning. You are playing. It's true. You're playing as Abby from the beginning of the game. Probably half the game is with her. And my God, we knew about the Joel death scene. We knew. And watching it unfold live in this game made it it was so much worse than what we had thought it was in the leaks. This girl, you're playing as Abby at this point already. You play as her. She's there, they're teasing that she's there for someone. They find Jackson, the place, whatever. And she goes by herself to go check it out because she's impatient. She gets trapped by the infected. She's about to die.
There's like a few hundred of them.
She's about to get swarmed by them and die. Joel comes in with the gun. Boom, boom. Him and Tommy save her. The fact that Abby gets what she wants, not by working for it, it just falls in her lap, pissed me off. That's number one. And then number two, Joel and Tommy save her.
I'm going
Stephen A. Number two, Joel saves her. Him and Tommy save her. And they're like, look, we got to get you out of here. Let's get out of here. Because they were getting swarmed in. And they tease Abby fighting the infected with Joel and Tommy. They are teasing like that team up. Because you just played as Joel and Ellie. Then Joel and she's like, and then Tommy goes to Abby in the middle of a firefight, a middle of getting swarmed. He said, hey, by the way,
this is Joel Miller.
This is Joel. I'm Tommy. That's Joel.
That's the guy.
The guy that you're looking for, that's him.
That's him there.
Story-wise, why would they do that? It makes no sense. And then Abby's kind of like, oh, shit, that's him. This just happened to fall in my lap. This is so convenient for me.
Hold on. How does she even know that that's the right Joel? Doesn't make any sense. He could just be a random Joel. Because in the flashback, which, by the way, was so shitty, that flashback with Abby, because you're trying to make it seem like she lost her Joel.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
I'm going to go back here. First of all, I have played The Last of Us. I love that game.
Yeah, it's a great game. The first one's, perfect game. It's a beautiful
There's a point in the first Last of Us game where Joel and Ellie are driving the car. They're having a good moment. And Ellie's like, oh, look, there's a guy sick. Or whatever. And Joel's like, oh, and he knew instantly that the guy was not sick.
Yeah.
And then he told him to put the seatbelt on. And he runs over that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it turns out what? It was an ambush. And you know what? Because him and Tommy used to do shit like that when they were younger. When the whole outbreak happened.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell me, Joel, who lost his daughter fucking died in his fucking arms.
Yeah.
Okay? Who had to go 20 years living in that shit of a world. And he had to do a lot of... Again, Joel, he's not a saint. He's not like whatever. He's done bad shit. We know it because that's everyone's like, oh, that's why it's justified. Yes, he's done bad shit. Okay? Yes, we know that. But it's about the whole Joel and Ellie thing. Yeah. You know? So Joel has been in this world for 20 years. He's done a lot of bad shit. He knows how it works. Because, look, you don't, it's only 4 years after the first one anyway.
Yeah, and they make him look like an old man.
He looks like a fucking grandpa.
Yeah, they make him seem like a grandpa.
First off, like, you don't lose that survivor instinct. You don't lose that.
Yeah.
He should have known from the start when he went into that mansion. He shouldn't even been in that situation at all.
Even when she was like, oh, I have a mansion.
Like, fully, like guarded with guns and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, that's fishy. Joel wouldn't even trust her. Second, he wouldn't say his name like that, knowing that he's wanted by fireflies.
Yeah, knowing what he did.
And knowing what he did, because he killed every firefly that was left.
Yeah.
So
that would have
then-
actually been better of a story if the
So then
Fireflies
he
were after.
goes to the house. No weapons. They had no guns.
After
no
saving
nothing.
Abby,
After saving Abby,
sharing his name.
first
You play as Abby, by the way.
and which doesn't make any fucking sense. He doesn't realize, like, wait a minute, these guys are surrounding me. They formed, like in Wind River,
Yeah.
that part where the cop was like, hey, wait, are you trying to like surround me? The
Yeah.
cop knows that they're forming a circle
Yeah.
around him. That's sort of like, he doesn't realize, like, wait a minute, why are they surrounding me? They don't
Yeah.
realize that. Oh, Tommy's there fucking being all like a nice little
yeah, and
dad.
then Tommy says, yeah, I'm Tommy, this is my brother. And he's like, yeah, you guys should come up with us and restock.
Before you head out.
Yeah, they're like super nice.
Like, come on. Like, Joel, like
it's
if
too
you,
convenient.
if you have to dumb down your characters in order to move on the plot, that's bad writing.
Yeah.
That's
And
bad writing.
They already did that when he just happens to save Abby. And then
This is the most stupidest thing ever. She doesn't even give him a death, like a quick death, knowing that, you know what, hey, you saved my life.
She didn't even stop to think like, damn, you know what? She doesn't even
'Cause
hesitate
you know
to think
what?
like,
'Cause
wow,
in
he
the
just
first-
saved my life.
And the first Last of Us, even though, which by the way, a lot of people were saying this. If you go back and play the first game, the ending of the first game, the NPC
Yeah.
that has the knife
It's completely different.
is completely different. The guy was like a darker skin tone.
Yeah. It was
So
a different
people
character.
they're like, wait a minute, he was
They
a darker.
just changed it.
They changed it completely, which
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Just to
So for which by the way, that NPC is like it's an NPC.
yeah.
How is that your plot point?
They were
for the
better
next-
off doing the remainder of Fireflies going after him or something.
And the death scene, the torture scene happens. He calls him stupid old man.
Yeah.
You don't get to rush this. They shoot off his leg.
All her, but not in that one moment of, because she's angry and hates him, but not one moment of like, hold on, you saved my life.
She doesn't feel anything.
Yeah.
You do realize you wouldn't even be in that moment.
You would have been dead.
You would have been dead. My
Any
God.
sane person would at least think
Dude.
about it. At least like look and be like,
You know what? Since you saved my life, here, I'll give you a quick death. But no, I'm gonna shoot off your leg, then beat you with a golf club.
yeah. And then it's just every time we've seen that scene a bunch of times, and each
The
time I watch
context
it,
doesn't make sense.
each
because
time we watched
Joel-
it makes me so
Joel
mad.
and Tommy, we used to be those. I don't know if the game mentioned it. I can't remember. But
but they're
used
smarter
to,
than that.
They used to do stuff like the guy being sick,
Yeah.
and Joel knew instantly because Joel doesn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
He doesn't trust anyone. And him and Tommy used to do shit like that,
You would
like
think when she was like-
those hunters.
You would think when she was like, "Oh, I have a place over," they would be
Joel-
like, "What are you doing?" You
yeah,
know,
like,
like
wait, place like first off, how does she even find Jackson?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
whatever
game
I
just
said.
starts there,
Yeah,
and
which doesn't make any sense because she doesn't know what he looks like. She never met Joel, and which, by the way, her father was going to kill a 13 or 14-year-old girl without even telling her.
yeah, we'll get into that. But Joel's death was.
that was
We saw a bunch of reactions, and everybody
No,
checked out after that.
no, but when the trailers came out, I had a feeling he was going to die. Again, because Joel's saying he's done a lot of bad stuff. He crossed a lot of people.
yeah,
But what all that the fans wanted from the heart, like the Last of Us 1 fans, all they wanted was a honorable death for Joel. Either by having to save Ellie or something, or he had to sacrifice himself.
yeah,
But the way he dies, they made him a nice little grandpa. Oh, hey there, kiddo.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, what the fuck? Like, Joel, he doesn't trust anyone. And the fact he should know better to say his name like that, knowing that like he's done something
you're
really
you're
bad.
wanted. Yeah, you're
You're
wanted at
wanted.
that point.
So come on.
And you know,
And
the
which,
fact
by
that
the
you have to
way-
play as Abby before that, then they tease that team up. They do tease a little bit of like this is actually kind of cool. Then you have to go through that cutscene. He dies, and the fact that he dies right in the you play as him in the intro, and that's it. He dies right in the
within
beginning of
an
the game.
hour into the game.
And by the way, for people who don't read the leaks, you don't even know why he dies. She just kills him.
Yeah.
This death is just purely for shock value. It's not for anything else. It's just for this. They want this reaction. Look at all the reactions from people, and all the
It's
people got pissed and they
divisive.
checked out of the game.
A Korean streamer, after I don't know if he beat the game or it was after Joel's death, he quit the game, got this, and cut it in half.
Yeah. People were not happy.
Because supposedly that, I don't know if this is true or not, but I was reading up on it, that supposedly his father died. So, like, seeing that kind of, like, pissed him off even more. So, like I said, that it's not right to do something like that. Because, you know what, man? Because, I'm going back to
just it's so disrespectful how they do it. It's not an honorable death.
That's what they did to Joel was not right, man.
In the first hour of the game.
First hour in the game. And plus...
And by the way, a first hour in a game is equivalent to the first 10 minutes of a movie. Because you play as Joel in the intro, cutscene, intro, then you play as Ellie for a little bit, then Abby, boom, he's dead. We're talking, like, right... You're still learning how to play the game.
And you know what's the worst part? The worst part of all, it cuts away. It cuts away. When Ellie has to watch. Which is actually even more shitty. Because a lot of people will talk about the Abby character. Because when her father died, he died quick. You shot him in the head, boom, you like, that's it.
Yeah.
But the fact that she made Ellie watch her father, like, figure get beaten to death in front of her. How do you expect to feel anything for that shit of a character?
Why does she leave Ellie alive?
And Tommy alive.
Knowing, that's his brother. That's obviously someone that's looking for him. They're going to look for you. Yeah. Ellie has so much plot armor in this game.
Well, wait, because I want to go back to the first game real quick. Because people say, oh, but look what he did. He stopped the cure for humanity, blah, 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 in the first game.
Yeah.
And at the end of the first game, it wasn't even a guarantee that they can make a vaccine.
Which is what made the game so interesting. It's like,
it wasn't take that chance because I think, I forgot which part it was, that supposedly they did other test subjects and it failed.
No.
And which a guy came out saying that, well, first off, even the first Last of Us, like, to make a vaccine, you don't kill the person, you don't take out their brain and whatever. But it's a game, so for story. But they did other tests and it failed. It wasn't even a guarantee that this would even work.
And that's what made it so interesting.
And the fact was, Ellie didn't know she had to die in order to make a vaccine. If it was like a 1% chance, it wasn't even a high percentage for that was even going to work. So honestly, I agree with Joel. I would have done the same thing.
But that's what made it so interesting. Because it's a hard situation.
Okay, let's say they make the vaccine, because this is what I took from when I beat the game a few times. Let's say Joel does go through with it. He kills Ellie. They make the vaccine, whatever. People have been in that world for 20-something years.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you cure everyone that is infected, blah, blah, blah. How do you expect from people to go back to a normal life after you've killed people? You have to kill your own family, your own you have to murder to survive for 20+ years. How do you expect people to go back to normal? You can't. You literally can't. And plus, what if they weren't using that vaccine for good? Because the way I saw it was sort of like that Mad Max Fury Road with the guy with the water. Like they thought of him as God because he had like the water.
Yeah.
That's the way I took from it. So you don't know what they're what if they did the vaccine for bad?
There's a lot of possibilities.
And plus it's not like for Joel, he already lost a daughter. Why she had to go through another loss of a daughter?
Yeah.
So that
that's all again that's what makes the first Last of Us so good, And then with this one, the fact that they give him the worst, most disrespectful death ever,
that's not the way you kill off a character,
with a character that kills him, and
forces you to play 10 hours.
And you're forced to play as this character for half the game, and you're supposed to feel sympathy for this character. And this character, it's not like she only just got revenge on Joel and that's it. This is a character that killed Joel almost if she wanted to. If it wasn't for her partner stopping her, she was going to slit Dina's throat, which is Ellie's girlfriend's character, who was pregnant. And when Ellie said she's pregnant, she said good and was about to slit her throat. This is a character that we're supposed to feel bad for, that we're supposed to feel sympathy for. Even Ellie, who's seeking revenge, feels bad, and she's trying. We get that's the problem with this game. This game is so caught up in its own theme of yes, we get it. Revenge is a cycle. Revenge is a cycle. Look how bad. But how are you gonna tell us to play as a character that killed our favorite character within the first hour of the game with no No last moment, no honorable moment. And then you're going to show us flashbacks of this character to make us feel sympathy for this character. That, oh, look, her dad is the equivalent of Joel for Ellie. And look how nice her dad is. Look how he saves animals. And he died in trying to save humanity. Don't you feel bad for her? But she didn't just kill Joel. She shot Tommy in the head. She killed Jesse by shooting him in the head. She was going to slit Dina's throat. She beats up Ellie. Like, the girl's a monster.
Yeah, because I saw
she's a monster.
I saw a
she feels bad about none of those.
Because supposedly she betrays... I was reading up there that she betrays, like her little group. She betrays them and to save that Lev girl or whatever. She backstabs her friends completely. Turns on the wolf, the WLF, whatever. Yeah. And supposedly that the only reason why she was a high rank in that group was because there was a scene with Mel or something. I can't supposedly that you just like killing. She likes to kill people,
and it's clear in this game.
She likes it.
Yeah, how are we supposed to feel bad for this character?
Talking about the game, I was like, look, there's no sense of her feeling bad. Like she literally, she's like a psychopath. She likes to slit throats.
The writing for her character is very weird in this game because when you play as her by herself, she's like very sweet, like haha, look at me, I'm shooting mini games, and then the next thing she's like die, and then she's like cutting throats.
like
it's like this like on necks. And off, yeah. And then she's like she'll kill someone, good, dead, bye, and then 2 seconds later she's like, hey guys, look at me, I'm getting food. Anybody want a burrito? And then 3 seconds later, die, Ellie. And then it's like, how I can't feel sorry for her character like
she
that.
Doesn't feel anything. She likes to kill.
When she shot Tommy in the head, then she killed Jesse, which was actually a good character. And he just another character
that was so out of character. Like he just jumps through the door. Hey,
a lot of big plot points in this game
Abby's hands.
Are done through either a random convenience for Abby, which, for Joel's death, he just happened to be there to save her. And she just happened to show up. Okay, die. A lot of plot armor for Ellie where she should be dead, and they're like, no, we'll keep her alive. Or she's about to die. Like that guy when she was trapped, when she was tied up, he was going to kill Dina and her, and he had a gun. He didn't just use the gun. He drops the gun to choke out Dina for whatever the reason, and then obviously it gives you the character time to break out and kill him, and you escape. There's so much of that. So many just conveniences, Characters just happen to change their way of thinking. Like the Jesse guy, from what we've seen, he's very strict. He's very on point.
He's level-headed.
And then he just runs in the room like, hey, what? Instead of he's always checking. He's a very smart character. And then he's just running in, gets shot in the head. Tommy, it's nothing. Everything is so tropey, so convenient, quote unquote, out of character just to progress the story. That's terrible.
Because it's so up its own ass with its theme.
It's
so up its own ass with its theme of revenge.
Because not much happens in this game. It's a lot of gameplay, which of course it's a game, but it's a lot of gameplay towards nothing. You're playing repetitive gameplay, and then when you get to the next cutscene, okay, big plot point, Tommy gets captured, or you get captured, and you have to escape. Like, the story doesn't flow naturally. It feels like it's dragged out.
And one thing...
This should be like a 10-hour story.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't like either was the flashback scene with Joel and Ellie. That... Honestly, for me, I haven't played the game, but those were the best parts.
Yeah.
Those flashbacks, because that's what the game should have been.
Those were nice moments.
I have a problem with the second flashback when Joel tells her the truth.
Because
he left out the important information to tell Ellie, like, hey, it wasn't actually going to work.
But they do that a lot with this game, because when Abby shoots his leg off, they don't have a line where Joel's like, hey, what are you doing? I just saved your life. There's none of that, because they know it will make Abby look bad. That's why I say it's very similar to Last Jedi, because there's no line in Last Jedi. Like, there's one quick moment about when Mark Hamill asks about Han Solo, and it implies that he just found out he's dead. That's it. It's not mentioned again. And here, he doesn't say, hey, I just saved your life. What are you doing? Or with Ellie, he's like, yeah, I killed them to save you. But he doesn't explain, listen, the chances were, very low percentage. You would have just died for nothing. They don't mention any, his argument. It's just, anything to make... just to keep their theme and story to make it look like it makes sense.
And here's another problem, too. When Joel dies, it cuts away.
There's no moment of Ellie in his body.
There's no moment with Ellie with holding his body.
Yeah.
It just cuts away and her putting flowers at the gravesite.
Because this game,
because at least
they just want shock value.
At least give us a moment, like have Ellie go up to the body, have a moment with dude, like she just lost Joel.
Yeah, it just
cuts away, and then you expect him to keep playing.
Because that's what they wanted. They wanted you to think one way.
He tried to copy the intro to Last of Us Part 1. Where in the Part 1, the first 20, like the first hour, Sarah dies and whatever.
It's so different.
But like he tried to do the same thing here, but you do realize.
But he went more for shock value here. Here he wanted to be like, oh, you think you're gonna play as Joel? He's gonna die.
And here's another thing. Like I had a thing with the game, because I don't have a problem with violence in games at all. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I don't care about it.
Yeah, games.
I don't care about it. But I feel like some people are calling it like torture porn.
Yeah.
Because some people are saying that this game is violent for no reason.
And that's what I was saying about
like it's over the top. Or
to be shocking.
Just to be shocked, because like there was a scene where Dina and Ellie just get ambushed and blown up. It literally, like, as it's panning around the camera, it stops, shows the guy shooting a horse in the head.
Yeah, like
and then it keeps moving.
Just like with the dogs, it shows it. It's a lot of things, a lot of violent things that...
even though I know it's a fake dog...
It leaves people disturbed. Some people say that they're left, like... It leaves that image in their head for some people. Yeah,
because someone... like, some people are like, oh, yeah, but I shot the dog with a shotgun, and it fucked me up, because you see the body completely,
and
like,
you hear the dog crying.
Yeah, because if you try to not kill the dogs... Like, let's say you kill just the owner, then the dog starts crying that the owner is dead.
Yeah.
So
the game is very heavy on it wants you to make you feel like shit, like killing, revenge.
Yeah,
that's the theme.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a bad world.
But that's what I don't. Like, I feel like that's too much in a sense of you can be violent, but it has to make sense, because if you do it over the top,
they do it just to be shocking, to make you feel that. For them, in an artistic point, like I guess that's what they're trying to do, to make you feel like, look how bad this world is. But I also feel like they're just doing it for the shock. Joel's dead for shock value.
Like in that movie, Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
That torture scene, it was a really good scene, but until it got a little part with him torching his ear. Like
it went too far where I was like, we get it.
Like in his ear, nailing it in.
Yeah, it's like, we get it.
All right, dude. All right. Like, also too much.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the fact that I was watching gameplay and someone had like a bat and he fucking hit the dog across the face with the bat.
Yeah.
And you hear the dog crying. And I was like, dude, what is that?
I don't know why with this game it just feels like they were so heavy. If you have an axe,
you literally axe the fucking dog in the stomach.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah. That's what I feel with this game. They really wanted to push this shock value. Like, Joel's death is straight. They want
shock.
Just straight for shock. It's not for good storytelling. It's just straight shock.
They dumb down his character.
The violence is just for shock. They want you to be like, yeah, look how that's shocking to you, right? Look how violent that is. I don't know why they're just so focused on that. And then the story's ass. The story's just so caught up in its own things.
And you know what makes it worse? What makes it so much worse was that ending. That ending was so shitty.
Because there's a time jump.
A year
time jump. When Ellie gets beat up to a pulp, then that's when people thought that was the ending. Where, oh my gosh, Ellie dies. I would have honestly, at this point, fucking kill her.
That ending, because that ending. I know we're jumping a lot, but
no,
but that ending,
we're narrowing it down.
To me, was so shitty, because at the end of the day, Abby got her revenge. She got what she wanted and left scot-free.
She lost her boyfriend, the Owen character. But
I don't give a fuck. I wanted to kill everyone that you ever knew because you're a shitty character. I don't like your character. Okay? Like, she deserved to die. She did not deserve to live. That's so shitty that she got to live. That ending was so bad. Ellie loses her which, by the way, she's drowning her. Gets a random flashback of Joel. And then stops. And tells her to leave, which, by the way, she loses 2 fingers in the process.
But if that was going to be the ending, then they should have... The fact that they did the 1-year time jump is so stupid. Because it's not in the heat of the moment anymore. The heat of the moment is when you're back and forth. You killed my friend, now I'm going to kill you.
But
that's fine. But if that happened in the moment, but we're talking...
A year time
She
jump.
killed Owen, which is Abby's boyfriend. Then Abby's like, what the hell? you killed my friends. That's literally the line. Which, by the way, the dialogue, the writing in this game is not as good. It's very bad.
I don't know. It reminds me
At times, it's very bad. Where I'm like, what is this?
So on the nose.
Yeah, it's very on the nose. And there's Abby's like, you killed my friends, and then she kills Tommy.
No.
She shoots Tommy in the head.
She
and
shoots
kills
Tommy in the head, who loses an eye and is paralyzed from one side.
Yeah, I don't know how she survived that. And then that's when Ellie leaves. Now, if that ending has still happened without the time jump, it could have made sense.
No, but after that part, you're forced to play as Abby and beat the shit out of Ellie.
Yeah, and then you have to beat up Ellie as Abby. Which,
and that's
again,
the scene with Dina. Like, good, she's pregnant.
As a fan of the game, terrible. So whatever, she leaves them almost dead. I'm assuming, they decide to just let it go because Dina's pregnant. She almost died. Tommy, what happened to Tommy? Whatever. But if that should have been the point in the game, the pivotal point in the game where Ellie just snaps and just goes for her and is about to kill her, and maybe then is when she gets that glimpse. Like, it should be in the moment, not let me live my life for a year. Tommy goes to your house and it's like, hey, I found her. Let's go get her. And then Ellie's
what she was treating like shit.
Yeah, and then Ellie's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right, because it's hard. She was hard. Like, it was hard for her to let it go. But the fact that
the whole difference.
How do you get that rage back or something?
No, but it's the whole difference, because when Ellie witnessed Joel's death, she was having nightmares of it.
Yeah.
Abby, fucking doing like, oh yeah,
she's just
yeah, I'm gonna keep killing, because she fucking loves that shit. But the ending doesn't make sense, because Ellie, this is even more shitty. When Ellie comes back, Dina leaves the house. It's abandoned. She loses Tommy. She loses Joel. She loses Jess. She loses Dina and the baby. Ellie's literally left, and she loses her 2 fingers. Like, she can't even play no more.
Abby bit off her fingers.
And she loses her 2 fingers.
So she can't play the guitar.
So you ruined Ellie's character. She went through. It's sort of like Khaleesi's character in Game of Thrones. You completely ruined such a great character. You ruined her so bad. You left Ellie with nothing. Yeah. You left her alone. What the fuck is that? You literally left Ellie alone.
Yeah. And with that ending where the year time jump, then she goes to fight her. She's looking at her and she's like, I can't. Because at first she cuts her loose.
No, but then she wants to do like an honorable fight.
Yeah, so she cuts her loose because Abby got caught. And she was dying there. She was skinnier. Like, they were both hanging. I guess they got caught by the WLF or something. Good. Or by one of the cults.
Yeah, whatever.
She cuts her off, and she was going to let her go. Like, that's it. She was over it. She saw her just torture. Then she's like, and kind of got the flashbacks hit her, and she's like, I can't let you leave. She wants to fight her, but you can tell she doesn't even, like, she wants to, but not really. But she wants them to just fight it out. My take is, like, maybe even Ellie just wanted it to be an even fight so that if she dies type of thing. And then she's drowning her, and then she has another flashback with Joel, and she lets her go and lets her leave. She loses her fingers. Then she goes back home. Dina left her. Dina's a very annoying character.
Yes.
She can't play the guitar anymore, leaves the guitar by the window, a little callback to the first game, and then she walks away, the end.
Oh, no, then there's a flashback with her talking with Joel. No, that was before.
Yeah, the flashback, and then
her talking about how they want to get along again, work it out.
This game, which they show that at the end. Like, oh, okay, too late now. We had to go through this whole shitty story. Like, this game could have gone so many ways. Like, the Fireflies maybe could have been the ones hunting down Joel. What if there was they're hunting down Joel, and maybe they're hunting down Ellie? Like, hey, you have, that could be something where Joel jumps in. Maybe that's how he dies.
Here's the thing they did to Joel and Ellie's character in this game is so shitty.
Yeah. They're very unlike themselves.
They were.
Well, Joel's in the game for except the flashbacks and stuff, but.
But that was so because it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with Ellie being gay. Because we
already knew that.
No, because I actually played the DLC, and that's a great. Which we should play. It's a great DLC. Everyone loved it. That's a good DLC. It's the fact of the story.
Yeah, and the characters aren't that great.
You make us play 10 hours of I didn't play it, but the people who did play it, 10 hours playing as Abby.
No, I know if we played that game, we just wouldn't be able to go through.
I wanted to play it until I saw that all the cutscenes in the ending. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to support this game.
It would be a hard game to play through.
But this game, I can tell bold stories. I'm not saying whatever. But like the way the game was, that's not bold.
It's
You're just
stupid.
shitting on characters that everyone loves.
Just to shit on them, just for the
Just
shock.
Just for shock, man. Like, what is that? That's not.
It's very disappointing, and just play. Honestly, I just don't want to buy something that I don't support. I just don't agree
support
with the game at all. I don't agree with anything that it does.
I don't support it.
It's very frustrating. We've seen the scenes so many times. We've seen so many different versions with different reactions. Every time I watch those scenes, it makes me so upset. It makes me angry.
It's not right.
And it's equivalent to how I felt for every time I watch The Last Jedi. Whenever I see it on TV or if we talk about it, it gets me just as upset. Just like Game of Thrones. It's just that type of thing. This sequel shouldn't have happened, or if it was gonna happen, there's so many different ways to do it.
That's the worst part. The first one didn't need a sequel.
And if it did, it could have gone so many ways.
I don't like what Naughty Dog is doing in the company, or the whole crunch culture that's really bad.
No, and they're being very stubborn.
And they're trolling people on Twitter, like the Neil Druckmann and stuff. And here's another thing that I was reading up on. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I read in the article. Supposedly, game testers for Last of Us Part 2 were not agreeing with the story. They got fired for having a different opinion. Supposedly, there's a
good amount of people not agreeing with this game.
Supposedly, that even workers wanted the game to fail.
Yeah. Well,
because of the crunch, and they're saying it was really bad over there.
There's a lot of
and they're saying
stuff behind the scenes with this game, for some reason.
And because no one's really talking about it, but supposedly with Naughty Dog, game testers were being fired because they weren't agreeing with the characters and the story, and they got fired. What is that? You're firing someone because they had a different opinion on your game, and that's the MBG. He was talking about he doesn't like the fact that Naughty Dog doesn't take just
take the hits, take accountability for it. Yeah,
because look, just take it. Like, look, some people don't like the story. Like they think your story is pretty shit.
Yeah.
But
you don't go out and like suspend channels.
And that's
accounts.
another thing what they're doing, which I think it's really fucked up what they're doing. Anyone who's posting memes of Last of Us Part 2, they're getting them banned off Twitter.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. People do memes for everything. There was memes for the World War III.
No, but it's like HBO did that for season 8 of Game of Thrones. Oh, we're making fun of it, ban them. Well, even though that was the whole world, but
that's stupid. You don't do that.
You don't do it. Like after I saw the Neil Druckmann trolling, and I saw Naughty Dog, like Geeksing Gamers, they got him banned for posting memes. I was like, all right, that's not cool what you're doing. You don't ban someone off a platform because they're making fun of your game. Just take it. Just take it.
That's what it's all about. People are gonna love it. People are gonna hate it.
It's like look at Death Stranding. A lot of people shitting on Death Stranding, and you don't see them trying to censor people.
That's it. The game is out.
The game is out, man, and that's what people like. Some people are not gonna agree with your story.
Yeah. Not a review. This is just our thoughts.
Hey, I'm just talking about the story. Gameplay I can't speak on because I didn't play the game. Yeah. But the story, what I saw, I don't agree. Shit, even the guy from like GameStop was like, "Yeah, dude, I was he canceled his pre-order."
Yeah,
because
And from what we've seen, why give them the money? Why support something I don't like?
I don't support it.
And I was giving it. I was like, you know what? Let's see the context.
And now the context is even worse.
The context makes it worse.
But I don't.
And that's like that's our thoughts on it. I mean, it's so disappointing.
It really is.
And we're still going through it.
I'm praying for that.
We go through it. We were watching other people's thoughts on it. We're waiting for reviews, but we're not playing it. I don't want to play it.
I don't want to support the game.
I don't want to waste $60.
Honestly, I lost a lot of respect for Naughty Dog. In the sense of behind the scenes, I lost a lot of respect for them there.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And, hey, if you like the game, great. Good for you, man.
No, good for you. Shit, I wish I would like it, but I can't.
It's hard. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, see it in the context. And then when I started finding out all the context, I was like, oh, my God, this is worse.
It's game, but the reason why
how soon Joel dies, that he saved Abby.
The reason why I wanted to see the context is because at the end of the day, you can't compare a movie for $10 ticket to a $60
30 hours
and 30 hours of your time for a game.
If you're
that
Joel's death would have maybe been a little bit more justified if Abby just went full straight evil. Like, she was just the villain.
And you don't play as her.
Okay, fine. Kill him off early. You hate the character, so, okay, that's our villain. But then you're gonna make us feel that we hate this character, and then be like, look, understand her side too. It's
and
like,
you
no,
don't kill
that's
her
not
at the
happening.
end. And the fact that you don't kill her at the end.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell
It
is
just could
that?
have been handled so many different ways.
And you literally put Ellie through all that shit. She lost everyone.
Yeah, even her fingers. She lost 2 fingers.
She can't play guitar.
anymore.
She lost Tommy. She lost Jesse, which no one cared about.
Her family.
And Dina. She lost Joel. Everyone that she ever cared about is gone.
But then Abby's like, well, thanks for letting me free. I have my little friend Levy.
Yeah,
we're out of here.
I have my little sidekick. I'm going back.
All she lost was Owen. Guys, I mean, if you played the game or if you are playing it, well, I hope you're not playing it now if you just got spoiled. But what are your guys' thoughts?
If you like
Do you
the
agree
game,
with this?
hey, good for you, man. Good for you. You like the game.
Yeah,
Good for
everybody
you.
has their own opinion.
Hey, look, everyone has their own taste.
I just personally hate it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
People like The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I disagree with them.
I disagree, but whatever.
What did you guys think?
We'll float your
What do you
boat.
guys think so far from the game? What are your thoughts? It's very disappointing, even now when I talk about it. Everything's just been so crappy. I was really hoping for this game and this game just really pisses me
For
off.
7 years, I waited.
This game really pisses me off. I mean, every
7
time I
years.
watch it, it gets me angry.
The flashback scenes is what The Last of Us should have been.
Yeah, and
Not
it
the part
is what
that-
it is. They subverted expectations. If that's what they wanted to do, great, good for them. But they're getting a lot of backlash.
At the end of the day, they got what they wanted. They made that divisive game they wanted.
Yeah, it's very similar to Last Jedi.
Yeah, because he said it a few months ago. Like, oh, not everyone, not everyone's gonna like the game.
Yeah,
So again, they went in the mindset of being.
they knew what
They
were
wanted
doing.
to again divide the fans.
They wanted to be